Hello and welcome to Access You TV. My name's Michelle Edhouse, and as a certified facilitator of Access Consciousness, one of the things that I teach people in the foundation class and also in a lot of the other classes that I teach is the distractor implants. Now, what are distractor implants? Distractor implants are things that just take you off being willing to be aware, being willing to be in your knowing, being willing to be present. And they're things like blame, shame, regret, guilt, anger, rage, fury, hate, addictive, compulsive, perverted, obsessive points of view, love, sex, jealousy, hate, and fear, doubt, business, and relationships. Now, there's some pretty big ones in there. Now, the one I want to talk to today is about guilt. Guilt comes up a lot in parenting, but it also comes up a lot in relationships. And as you know, I am pretty much parenting and relationships guru in my world now. I do a lot of classes on those, and guilt seems to be one of the things that people create their life by, and people use it to limit themselves so massively. Now, when you're using a distractor implant to create your life, you can't actually see another possibility. Distractor implants take you out of the sense that you have a choice. They take you out of that place of, I'm an infinite being and I can choose and create the life living I desire. So with guilt, when it comes up for people around parenting or relationships, it's something that they've usually grown up with. Somewhere in their life, there's been somebody who has had a lot of guilt, and it's something that they go, oh, well, this is part of life, isn't it? You have guilt. No, you don't have to have guilt. What if you could choose to go, wow, okay, I made an interesting choice there. Now what am I choosing? Did I actually choose that against that person to cause them to create whatever they created that I'm feeling guilty about? Or did I choose that for some other reason? Now, with distractor implants, there's usually something underneath that they're trying to distract you from. So the coolest clearing, I got reminded of this again on the distractor implant 24-day series with Grace Hart. She's an amazing facilitator and I adore her. She's been doing one a day for 24 days. And the tool that she uses, and she learned this from Shannon O'Hara, who probably learned it from Gary Douglas, but what it is you go, okay, so all the distractor implants creating this, POC and POD, the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement, and then what's underneath that? And you bring up what's underneath it, and you clear that. And you bring up what's underneath that, and you clear that. And you bring up what's underneath that, and you clear that. And at some stage, you will find a space where there is no guilt. There is no distractor implant. There is no blame, shame, because they kind of come in on each other. Guilt can be created by somebody blaming you, putting you to shame, someone getting angry at you for not doing something or whatever. They all kind of cycle in and they become glumped up. That's why we do all the distractor implants, not just, all the guilt you have with that, all the distractor implants around that, where you destroy and uncreate them all, POC and POD. And then what's underneath that? What's underneath that? And it gives you more clarity about what created it in the first place. But also, if we keep clearing, it opens up a space where you have choice again. You can actually perceive, know, be, and receive exactly what is going on in that scenario, and you can choose a different possibility. So I highly recommend the book that's based on the Telecall series. I highly recommend both of those. But I'd highly recommend that you get those, either the Telecall series or the book, or both, because the book's written from the Telecall series. But I like listening to stuff, so Telecall series work for me. And start playing with it. And if a facilitator shows up in your world who's teaching a class around the distractor implants, please just choose it. Ask, if I choose this series, what will it create in my life? What will my life be like in 5 years if I choose this? What will my life be like in 5 years if I don't choose it? And just have a look at those and read through the information. And what if you could have a life without guilt? What if you could have a life without blame, shame, upset, intrigue? Really? It is possible. But you have to choose it. If you don't choose it, you will not create it. You'll choose to keep hold of those distractor implants. You'll choose to keep hold of all the judgment and things that people have been using. And you will stop yourself from creating what you know is possible. So thank you for joining me here at Access UTV. And what if you could choose anything? What would your life be like then?